Okay, to install Ubuntu on our system, we have to download Rufus, which will help us in creating a bootable pen drive. Along with, we will also see how to download Ubuntu, which is pretty simple. So let's hit the Google and find our software. So we'll type Rufus and it should take us to the Rufus web page. Now over here we can see the interface of the Rufus and also the download link. So as you can see, it is a very small file, roughly less than a megabyte. So we'll download. Again, we'll save the file. So again, small size. So as I have already downloaded it, I will not download it. So now let's move over to our ISO file of Ubuntu. So we'll type Ubuntu to download the ISO from the Ubuntu site, and it will try and load Ubuntu for us. So over here we can see the desktop link. That is what we are going to use. We are not going to use the server or the cloud version, so we'll click over to the desktop link. So here system requirements are given. So 2 GHz dual core processor or better, 2 GB RAM, and again 25 GB of hard disk space. So the system on which we are going to install Ubuntu is pretty good and fine. It's a Core i5 processor. So here is the size. Now 1.81 GB. Again, you will start the download, but I will not because I've already downloaded it. So once the download is complete, we will install Rufus and we will see how to create a bootable drive. So as both the downloads have been completed, we will navigate to our download folder. So as you can see over here, we have our Rufus and Ubuntu, both of them downloaded. So now we will double click on Rufus to start it. So we actually don't need to install Rufus, it will start, and here is the interface. So first we will go and select our ISO. So we'll navigate to our download folder where Ubuntu 18.04 is there. We'll open it up, and over the device we have our pen drive selected, which is a 16 GB pen drive. So Ubuntu is also selected, that is our ISO. Everything else is not mandatory to change. So the volume level is also okay, good and start, and we'll hit start button. So this is an warning that they gave that the sys Linux is old, so that's why we'll download it. All we have to do is click yes, and it will try and download. So once the download of the new version of sys Linux is over, it will start. So once the download has been completed, it will ask for whether we want to add in an ISO image mode, and we will click OK. Then it is showing a warning that the pen drive will be formatted, so all the data will be erased. So we'll click OK, and it will start copying as well as formatting the entire drive. So till this entire progress bar hits green, so we'll wait, and after that we'll eject it and then reboot our system and continue with the procedure to install it. Okay, once we have created our bootable pen drive, then we will reboot our system and go over to BIOS. And now the BIOS key varies from system to system. It may be Dell or F2. Now on my laptop, which is an Acer system, F2 is the key to get inside the BIOS. So here we are on the BIOS interface. It's made by Insight, as you can see. So we'll go over to the boot menu. So over here you can see that the first boot priority device is my SanDisk pen drive. Okay, so that's why I will be able to boot from my pen drive itself. Now if your pen drive is not selected at the first position and it is at some other position later, so you will use whatever key is specified to move it up. So as you can see, in my case it is F6. So using the F6 key, I can move up any particular drive up and down. We'll save our setting and reboot, and this time it will boot from the pen drive we have created. So now it will directly load the Ubuntu from our pen drive itself. So this is the Ubuntu screen. It will take a couple of seconds to load depending upon your system. So here is the Ubuntu desktop. Okay, on the top most left corner you have the install Ubuntu option, so we will click on that. So here we have our install screen. So the language is English. We'll click continue. After that, the keyboard layouts US keyboard is okay. We'll again click continue for that. So it wants to connect to my network, local area network, so I'll select yes, and again I will type my security key for that purpose. I'll click connect, and it is trying to connect over there. So yes, it is connected, and it is always good to have an internet connection. So now we will opt for minimal installation because we don't need the extra softwares and bloatware. Later we will download everything. So we will also uncheck so that our installation is fast. We'll click on continue. Again, it will ask us what kind of installation. We'll do something else because we have a custom installation partition on it. So we'll select which drive to install upon. So as you can see, I also have a Windows operating system on it. So I'll go and select the 15 GB drive, that is SDA5 for the installation of Ubuntu. We'll click change. It will okay, so we'll select ext4 general link system, and then it will ask for a mount point. So we will click on the first option, that is a slash which demonstrates the root. So here the operating system will install in layman word. Then after that we'll select this 4 GB partition for our swap drive. So again we'll click change. This time we will select swap area and we'll click OK. Once it is done, we have our root and the swap partitions selected. Now this is a separate drive, we don't need it, so we'll click on install now. So now we will be prompted that do we want to make changes, that is, do I need to format it to ext4 and as a swap area. So we'll click on continue, and it will be formatting our drive to ext4 file format. Then it will ask for normal housekeeping stuff, so it will ask for the location. Now as I'm connected, so it will detect my location, we don't need to change it. So now if you are not connected to the internet, you have to manually find the location. Again, it really doesn't matter that much. So we'll click continue. Now you will be prompted for the username and the password, so use it judicially. So that is the username I'm choosing for, and a password that I want. So as it's a demo installation, so I'll not go for some strong password, but it's a good habit to use some sort of a strong password, a combination of alphanumeric. So we'll click continue, and after that we have nothing serious to do other than to just watch the installation to complete. So once the installation is complete, you will be prompted to restart the system and we'll be good to go.